How's it going, everyone? I am back for another tier list video, and finally I am going to do my official Marvel Rivals tier list for the actual game. I did it for the beta. A lot of mixed opinions. Even I look back at it, I'm like, wow, those are some terrible choices. But I didn't really play it a lot back then. Now I have played every character at least 10 games, obviously excluding Emma Frost and Ultron or whoever's coming out next. And yeah, so the tiers. The tiers are going to be mains, S++. This is just for people who don't really care about the meaning. It's more, S+, obviously the traditional. The first tier, mains. These are my go-to for every role. My number one tank, my number one DPS, my number one support. That's who they are. Those are my mains. My backup mains. And the backup mains are characters that I'm going to play for the same reasons. I like them a lot. I'm really good at them. They're characters I'm going to play for, a clutch, trying to win the game, trying hard, or just the characters I want to play the most. I like them the most for whatever reason. Like, but not mains. This is kind of the tier for characters I want to learn, that I either like from playing them, but maybe not enough to say they're my mains. Maybe I'm not confident enough in my skills to say they're my main, but I like them enough to want to learn and continue to learn. Or they're just characters I really, really like a lot and I've had a lot of fun playing, but I can't say they're my main. Like, this is kind of the middle ground. I know it's A tier, but it is more the middle ground of they're characters I like that I will play maybe every once in a while. But yeah, I'll still play them on my own volition. Like, I'll still choose to play them myself. B tier would play for a challenge. These are the characters that I don't hate, but they're not characters I'm going to play for no reason. So, for example, wouldn't play for a challenge. I could either mean weekly challenges. It might be like play Spider-Man, play Hulk, or play Iron Fist. It's like, well, don't really like Spider-Man. I don't really like Hulk. I guess I'll play Iron Fist. That's kind of my thought process of if I had a reason to play that character for something, I'm going to play them. Or for a video challenge, like what's going to be coming out soon, probably the first video after this tier list, Siri will be picking our characters as we play Marvel Rivals, and so she'll give us a character, and maybe that's a character I'm only going to play in that scenario. I might not choose to play them, but if she gave me the character, I'd play them. And then one tier down, similar meaning, but for more characters that I like less than this tier, the B characters I'm probably better with than the C tier characters, and that's why they're in this tier. I wouldn't mind them in Mystery Heroes if there's a Mystery Heroes game mode, which there should be. Now, would prefer to never play. These are kind of the characters where, for whatever reason, if I had to play them, I wouldn't mind them. It's not the end of the world. It's not my least favorite character. I don't even know if I'm going to use this tier, but yeah, it's just one step up from characters I would never play and characters I hate. Now, though that tier will definitely get used. There's at least two I know that I'll put in there. Starting off with Adam Warlock. As of right now, I'm probably going to reorganize and just double check come the end of video, but actually, Adam Warlock, starting off hot, is probably my least favorite support in the entire game. I hate playing him. I hate having him on my team. Even if it's a good Adam Warlock, the first thing I'd think of is we could have a Cloak and Dagger, we could have a Luna Snow, we could have an Invisible Woman, we could even have a Loki or a Jeff, or Mantis, and we would probably be doing better. Now, sure he has the Soul Link, and he can Soul Link everyone and survive. That's pretty cool, but it's got a long ass cooldown. His healing is so inconvenient. It's so much worse than Mantis, even if you're playing, as best as you can. I don't enjoy. Well, and this is my tier list for the characters I like. I should probably mention that. This is a tier list for characters I like, not the characters that I think are good based on whatever reason, So for me, Adam Warlock is by far my least favorite support. I do not like his healing. I could play any other support and heal so much more easily. Not just better, but just easily. I think the only saving grace is his damage. That was pretty fun when I played it, but Rocket has more fun damage. Jeff has some pretty fun damage, and every other support has even more fun damage. So yeah, starting off hot, he is by far my least favorite support, and one of my least favorite characters, but definitely not my least. On to Black Panther. So Black Panther is a character I would say would play for a challenge. I might have him in the like tier, but it's just so hard to play him when there's healing, so I might not really want to play him all the time. So I'd probably say would play for a challenge. He's a pretty cool character. I do enjoy him a lot when I have a good game, whether it's a bot lobby or for whatever reason their supports aren't healing my damage. But yeah, from the 10 games I played, or a few games I've played as Black Panther, it was pretty much evenly split of good and bad. If he was one of the characters on a weekly challenge, or I got him from a spin the wheel challenge or series challenge, then yeah, he'd be pretty fun to play. He'd be a pretty interesting character, especially if I got a good game. Be really interesting for a video. I probably won't really be going out of my way to play him. Now, Black Widow, from doing the series challenge, I had a really crazy game. Was diffing a Spider-Man. I can't remember I think it might have been a Lord Spider-Man, but it was like every time he dove me on the third point, like I finally got used to how he played. He got used to how I played. He didn't really dive me a lot, but when he did, thinking I wasn't noticing, get a quick hip fire if I missed, kick him off me as he did like the sling pull in thing on me, and then I just no scope him again and kill him, and it was a lot of fun. So I'd probably say Black Widow is a like. I'm not going to play her as much. I definitely enjoy her more than Widowmaker in Overwatch. But yeah, she was pretty fun. Not necessarily one of my favorite DPSs that I would always go to, but on the off chance I just want to shake things up and play a different DPS, I will gladly play Black Widow. Her ultimate's pretty good. I've used it pretty effectively sometimes. Her movement, it's pretty good. It doesn't last long if you use it incorrectly. Black Widow is a pretty fun character, but I think there's a lot more DPSs I like more than her. And wow, already back to a hot start. Hulk, my least favorite tank, who I'm probably going to put above Adam Warlock. Or no, wait, that's how it goes. Hulk, by far my least favorite tank. I already am not a huge fan of melee characters. And for me, Hulk is just not a character I can figure out. For whatever reason, I can't get good at him. I can't play him well. I've played all 10 games, got him in the series challenge. I rarely had a good game as Hulk. I just do not like playing him. And for similar reasons to a future hate character, I just don't see a reason to learn the character when there's so many other ones that I enjoy more. And why waste my time on one or two characters when there's 30-something other characters I can play, master, and have fun with? So that's kind of my thought process. I don't mind his moveset, actually. It's not horrible. I can't use it effectively, and I don't have a lot of fun. So he is my hate tank, my F tier tank that I'll never play and I always hate. And I've given him a shot. I've really tried. This one's kind of a little difficult because I'm on the fence now after playing some games and doing the series challenge. Captain America is probably a tank I like the most that I wouldn't consider a main. It's both because I just like other tanks more, but at the same time, I feel like he's not the strongest for me. Sometimes he just doesn't do enough damage when they're healing, but at the same time, I've also had games where I do combo people, and I am destroying. I believe in the series challenge, I will have a Captain America game that I did do pretty well in, and it was pretty fun to play him. So that's why he's going to be like, but not mains, because I'm still trying to decide if I want him to be a main. And I don't really like his ultimate, but outside of the ultimate, I do like his abilities. I like the shield bash. I like him throwing his shield. I like his jumping and running and all that, and the slam. Again, he is a character I like that will not be considered a main yet. I'm still trying to decide. For right now, this is about as high as I will put him. I have enjoyed Captain America, just I can't consider him a main yet. Now, on to Cloak and Dagger, we're about to get on a pretty good stretch of characters here. So, Cloak and Dagger is by far my main for support. I've loved playing them. They're a lot of fun. I feel like I'm pretty good at them. I know that's like saying you're good at Scarlet Witch, but I really do feel like I have a lot of the mechanics understood. I can protect people from Magneto ults with the spin thing. I've dodged so many Jeff ults. I have a lot of games where I have less than 3 deaths. I have pretty good survivability. I understand the character by far the most. I've played them the most by at least 15 hours, or not by 15 hours, but I've played them at least 15 hours. But I really do love this character. It's so much fun. It's so easy to carry. That's by far why I like Cloak and Dagger, is it's so easy to carry with. It's so easy to solo heal. It's so easy to be a super effective player. It's so easy to get MVP. So yeah, Cloak and Dagger is my main for support. And continuing this stretch of characters, we now have my tank main, Doctor Strange, the GOAT. I have had so much fun on Doctor Strange. Very good protection, very good DPS. Love the ultimate ability. I've had some crazy clips in rank to clutch a game. She's my second most played character. I've played him for about 9 to 10 hours. I've got the shoot melee combo down pretty well. I love the dark magic and all that. I don't really use the portal a lot, but I have had some pretty funny, pretty good plays with the portal. But yeah, I just love Doctor Strange. All of his abilities are great. He's by far the most well-rounded tank in my opinion. Doctor Strange, yeah, he's my tank main, my number one. So backup mains, I'd probably say Groot's my number one backup main, at least for tank. You know, I love playing Groot. I'm going to go ahead and put Doctor Strange above Cloak and Dagger. He's kind of my number one. Groot's just a lot of fun. He might not be my most favorite because if you go against a team that knows how to break the walls and know how to play against a Groot, it's not as fun. So that's why he's not my number one. I love comboing the right-click little seed bomb with the walls. I don't really use the big wall. I honestly don't even know what it does. I will say Groot is probably my second favorite tank. I've had a lot of good games with him. And for Hawkeye, I'll say Hawkeye is... I think Hawkeye might be my backup DPS main. I've just had good games as Hawkeye. He's a really good character that I've played really well with, that I understand a lot, and I've had good games with. So that's kind of why I put him up here. If I played him in ranked, he'd be a pretty good option for me. Hela, I'm going to put Hela in like. I'll probably put her above Black Widow. She's not a character I want to main because it's so generic to main Hela as a DPS because of her place in the meta at one point and still currently. I have had fun playing her. She does a lot of damage. I have decent aim. My tracking aim is much better than my flicking aim, so for a character like Hela, it's not my best character in terms of aim, but I do use her pretty effectively. Her ultimate's really good. I had good and bad ones, and yeah, I just like her. I'll play her every once in a while, but I probably wouldn't want her to be a main, and I probably wouldn't main her. Same thing for Human Torch. I've had a lot more fun playing Human Torch, especially when he came out. I've had games where I've killed 4+ people just by ulting. Also for Human Torch, the problem is then his main attack, with it being kind of like a shotgun burst, it's still iffy. I'll still have super low accuracy percentage, even though I feel like I'm doing a lot with him. He's not a character I really want to main, but he's probably a character I have a lot of fun with playing on the off chance, or just to pick up every once in a while to play again. So he was pretty fun. I really liked playing him when he first came out, but there's a lot more DPSs that I would like to main, or that I already main ahead of him. Invisible Woman. Now, Invisible Woman, I would say I actually haven't had a lot of fun with her. I'm actually going to go ahead and put her here behind Black Panther because she's not really anything special in terms of playing. You know, like Black Panther's a pretty technical character, so I might not play him a lot, but if I played him for a challenge, it'd be pretty cool. Where Invisible Woman, I've played her. I'm not a huge fan of her, but at the same time, she's still a solid support that I can do well with. I don't know. I just don't like how aim dependent she is. Even though I do think I have good aim, it's still sometimes it's the detriment to my team is that I'm missing my shots every once in a while with a heal. But her abilities are pretty cool. She's just not one of my favorite supports. She does decent damage. She does good healing. If you use her shield, she does good healing. She has the sucky orb, or you know, she has the push and pull, which can make for some good plays and whatnot. After playing her so much, I've just kind of liked her less and less when I've played other characters and played her more and really kind of built my understanding of her. So I'd say I wouldn't mind playing her for a challenge, but that's about the extent of me wanting to play her. Now, Iron Fist. I actually did have a lot of fun playing Iron Fist for the Siri challenge, but just because of how cheesy and how easy he is, I'm going to go ahead and put him would play for a challenge ahead of Black Panther and ahead of Invisible Woman because I have had more fun with him than these two. Yeah, for the challenge, like I actually was like, holy shit, like Iron Fist is so fun to play once you finally start using him effectively. But from my time playing him before that, for my tier list, you know, playing all the characters, there was games where he does seem pretty ineffective and he's not a character I'd really go out of my way to play. That's about where he's going to go, but I do love his attack. I feel like you do a lot of damage, especially for a melee character. It's pretty fun. The kick, the movement, everything's really fun about him. I couldn't respect myself going out of my way to play Iron Fist a lot. Iron Man. Now, Iron Man's weird. I'll go ahead and actually, I'm going to put him here because my logic for Iron Man is I probably wouldn't go out of my way to play him, but I'm going to go ahead and put him in the bottom of would play for a challenge because I probably would choose him if he was one of the options on a weekly challenge. I'm not a huge fan of Iron Man in this game because of how easy it is to get killed out of the air and how hard it is for supports to pay attention to an Iron Man. And Iron Man has good ults, has fun ults, but at the same time, the ults can literally just not be effective. They cannot hit, they cannot do damage, or you can just get killed, or you know, for whatever reason, they get stopped. So it's kind of like a 50-50 for me on ults. Right now, the most effective I've used his ult is really close just to kill a single support ult, and then getting strays if they're close enough. I don't really enjoy his play style. Sometimes his damage doesn't feel like it's useful, but I do enjoy the beam. Not a huge fan of just the regular blaster rockets. And Jeff. So for Jeff, I've had fun as Jeff, but at the same time, I don't feel like he's the best support you can pick. So I think I'm going to put him in Mystery Heroes because at least when you get a weekly challenge for support characters, it's multiple of them, like at least 3 to 4. Jeff would usually be the last one I'd pick. So yeah, I don't think I would play him for a challenge. But in a Mystery Hero scenario, I wouldn't really mind getting him. I've had good ults, I've had bad ults. I do like the ult, but at the same time, sometimes it's not as effective, especially if you're not close to the edge. His healing can be good if you know how to aim it really well, and sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. His DPS is good. That's probably my favorite part is just the regular attack. It's pretty good. The bubbles are effective. I don't really find myself using them too much. I kind of just spam them into a fight or use them for the speed boost. I have had some fun playing Jeff. I'd probably say more so than Invisible Woman. I'm going to go ahead and put Iron Man above Invisible Woman. So Loki. Loki is my backup support for now. The only reason I don't say he is my main is because obviously I haven't played him as much as Cloak and Dagger. But once I get the Lord on Cloak and Dagger, I'm then going to switch to Loki, start working on him because I really like Loki. Obviously Doctor Strange as well. But for support, I am probably going to make the switch to Loki. I have a lot more fun, both DPSing and healing. Doesn't heal as much as Cloak and Dagger, but at the same time, you still have the option to copy a Cloak and Dagger ult or copy a DPS ult, and that's kind of why I like Loki. But yeah, I love his escapability. He has better survivability than Cloak and Dagger. I mean, come on. He can go invisible. He can teleport. I've even pulled off just pretending to be a decoy, which is really funny. And I would love to play him more and main him. I just need to get the Cloak and Dagger Lord icon and then make the switch to Loki and play him more. Luna Snow. I've had a lot of fun as Luna Snow. She is by far probably my last option when it comes to supports of who I'll play. So she's not going to be a backup main. I think I'm going to put at least 2 characters of every role here because why not? You know, you might have 3 characters per role. So, Luna Snow, like but not main. I mained her in the beta before Cloak and Dagger. Freezing's pretty solid. You know, you had the clap heal, the snowflake mark to heal the people that aren't in your line of sight or whatever, however it works. I really like that a lot. I feel like I've used it effectively. All in all, Luna Snow is just a really solid character that I've had a lot of fun as, that I like a lot. But Cloak and Dagger's ability to carry, for me, is a lot more than Luna Snow's. And Loki's playstyle is just a lot more fun for me than Luna Snow. And I feel like too many people main Luna Snow. So I don't really want to play her. Captain America is a character I could main the more I play. Luna Snow is just a character I know I like a lot. That is just below the line, barely edged out by my mains. Magik, I'll go ahead and put like but not main. No, I can't. I haven't played her that much. I'm going to put her in the front of like because I do want to learn her more. She could be really fun to play. Her one-shot combo is really great. I would love to learn that. There are other DPSs that I want to play more, so that's kind of why she's down a little bit. She just has really cool technical ability, and I'd love to learn all of her abilities, learn the combos, and obviously she can kill through support ults, so that's kind of crazy. She can be in like... I definitely play her every once in a while if I get the chance, more so than in just being available for a challenge. And I have had some good games with her. My first ever game, I think I went like 36 and something, 30 plus kills and something. It might be on my channel, I don't remember. So yeah, she's a character I do want to take some of the time to learn, but I'm kind of already assuming that she's not going to make it to the main spot. Now on to Magneto. I'm going to put Magneto as the first one in the Mystery Heroes category tier. I really don't enjoy playing Magneto outside of his ultimate ability because it's like slam dunking on support ults. I really hate the way his shield works. I hate that it's on a cooldown. I know it's probably because it's better than Doctor Strange's shield or whatever, for whatever reason it's on a timer. I've never really enjoyed Magneto. I know he can be good. I've never had fun. And I definitely wouldn't choose him for a challenge, like for a weekly challenge. I definitely wouldn't choose him out of the characters available. In a Mystery Hero scenario, I wouldn't mind getting Magneto just to have the excuse to play him and try and learn him. Outside of that, I'd probably wouldn't really take the time to learn him. Now on to Mantis. Mantis will be my third support main. Reason being was that she used to be my number 2 before I played Loki and kind of started playing him a little bit more. I did think Mantis could possibly take over as my number 1, but I did end up enjoying Loki more. But I did have a lot of fun as Mantis. I've had a lot of good games as Mantis, playing DPS and, healing still. Just as good carry games as Mantis, Her ultimate's pretty good. I like damage boosting other people's ults. So I too get all the damage markers and whatever, and all the assists. But I have had more fun as Loki. But because Mantis would be like my third option if I absolutely had to have a third option, I will put her as my second backup main for support. So then Mr. Fantastic. I'm going to put Mr. Fantastic in like but not main. Over Luna Snow, I'll put him above Captain America. I don't know if he's my favorite. I've had good and bad games. I've had games that made me want to play him more, and I've had games that made me want to play him less. So, yeah, I'm not really too sure still. That's why he's in this category of someone I like, because I do like him. I don't know if he'd be my main yet, but after the buffs, I will play him more, obviously. That will give me a chance to kind of get some more thoughts on him. But I do like his abilities. I have gotten a pretty good understanding of how to pretty much immediately get your gigantic form, and I think it's going to be easier now. For now, I put him in like, but not main, because he is someone I want to learn, and I have enjoyed, but I don't necessarily know if he should go up or down yet. Moon Knight, I think, is the same way. I'm going to put Moon Knight in number 1, because Moon Knight is my favorite Marvel character of all time. I love the show. I loved him before the show came out. I've had some comics. I used them in Marvel Contest of Champions. That's why I like him. So I was really excited to see he was in the game, and he was a really good character. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And then it was like, oh, Moon Knight's the easy broken character, so it's, yeah, I wouldn't really want to main him, But yeah, I do love his gameplay. He is just too easy. I can't consider him one of my mains and still respect myself. So that's why he's like but not main, because I really, really do like him. He's a really fun character because he's super easy to use. Similar to another DPS that I'll get into later. I like him. I just can't say he's my main. Now, Namor, similar to Mr. Fantastic, I'm going to put him above because I have had... Namor's a little bit easier to get DPS, so I've had a little bit more fun with him, and his ult's more effective than Mr. Fantastic's. So I'm going to put him up there as well. He's kind of in between. I mean, this is a perfect way to do it. Moon Knight, I know how to play. Super easy. Mr. Fantastic, I know how to play, but I still feel like I need to learn. Where Namor's in the middle. I played him in the beta. He was my main in the beta. I feel like I could be good at him, but at the same time, I might need a little bit more time to play him to really understand where he kind of lands in my hierarchy of DPS characters. So, yeah, but I have enjoyed playing him so far. I like the squids. I know they're annoying, but I hate dive characters, so that's kind of another reason why I like him. And I can hit my shots pretty well. I've gotten the leading your shots down pretty well. I'm just kind of working on leading the shots and adjusting for headshots and whatnot. But I love the right-click spear or trident where it makes the squids target. That's pretty fun. His ult's pretty good. I've had some good and some bad, so I kind of understand. I've kind of played him on both sides of the spectrum in good and bad games, so I do feel like I have some experience with him to form an opinion, but I still want to give him a chance and still play him more. And I have enjoyed the time I've played him. I don't think he's my favorite DPS as of right now. Peni Parker. I'm going to go ahead and put Peni Parker, probably here. At one point, I thought about maining her for, a day. And then I was just kind of like, you just kind of sit there and spam bombs and stun people, so... It's not the most fun for me, but I do like her abilities. Her stun's pretty good. She's obviously amazing on defense, but when it comes to offense, you can't just, go to her, so... I don't enjoy her as much as Doctor Strange or Groot or Captain America, so I'll just put her in the like tier. I definitely don't think I want to main her ever. So she's just a character that I wouldn't hate to play, Every once in a while I'll play her, so that's what this category is for. I'm going to go ahead and put Psylocke as my secondary backup DPS main. I'll put her above Groot but below Loki. I do really enjoy Psylocke. I've gotten the one-shot combo down. I like being stealthy with her. I've gotten some good finishing kills with the dash. I can use her abilities very effectively. I can move really well with her up and down, vertical or horizontal dashes when I need to. I've gotten some pretty good ults, sometimes not as good. Some I don't really understand why it doesn't hit some people sometimes. I've loved playing Psylocke. I don't think she's my number one. I haven't had as much fun with her as I have my number one. If I had to pick a DPS character that I thought was my main, who I would play the most, who I like the most, besides my number one, it'd probably be Psylocke. Rocket, I wouldn't mind for a challenge. I haven't played Rocket in forever. I did like him. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put him in put him right there, I think. I don't really play a lot of Hela or Black Widow, but I have played these three a decent bit. And I'd probably play Rocket a little bit less than them, but more than these two. Rocket's DPS is really fun. His healing's all right, but it's going to get buffed, so I'm sure I won't like him more. But yeah, and then he has the res thing, which isn't terrible. You just have to place it right. But again, compared to a lot of other supports, he just doesn't heal as much, and he's not as fun to play. I'd rather go Luna Snow. I'd rather go Mantis, Loki, Cloak and Dagger. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory. So, but he's not a character I'd hate, and I would play him every once in a while just to play him again. Scarlet Witch. Now, Scarlet Witch is very similar to Iron Fist. Just Iron Fist, it feels like you're a little bit more effective because for me, I feel like when I'm fighting as Iron Fist and I'm shredding someone, it's a lot more damage, where Scarlet Witch is a little bit slow. It feels less impactful because you're just holding out the thing and it's doing damage, where Iron Fist is up close punching and it's really quick and stuff. I'd say for similar reasons to Iron Fist, she is the second in the would play for a challenge, because I would use the challenge as an excuse to play her, but I wouldn't play her any more than that. There's nothing really impressive you can do with Scarlet Witch, and I don't like her ult because how easy it is to die in it. So I couldn't say she's a character I like, but for the sake of a challenge, I would probably enjoy playing her. And then Spider-Man. Spider-Man is by far my least favorite DPS in the game. I'm going to go ahead and put him in front of Hulk because I've at least had an effective game as Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the only character I haven't played 10 games as, so I may not be giving him a fair opinion, but I don't really care, because why would I want to take the time to learn a combo where every single ability has to be used to secure one kill? I don't care enough to play him. He doesn't seem like he's that fun of a character. Maybe if I was really good at him, obviously it'd be fun, but I hate playing against Spider-Mans. I hate Spider-Man players on my team. I hate playing Spider-Man, so yeah, I'm never going to play him. Obviously, I played him for the Siri challenge, but I didn't enjoy it. I wouldn't enjoy getting him in Mystery Heroes, so he's my least favorite DPS, and he's going all the way to the bottom, but not as far as Hulk. Hulk just sucks. Squirrel Girl. Obviously, I like Squirrel Girl. I'm going to put her above Moon Knight because I've had more fun playing Squirrel Girl than I have on Moon Knight. I don't feel as bad destroying people as Squirrel Girl as I do Moon Knight, but Squirrel Girl I just have more fun. I like leading my shots. I'm really good at hitting shots with her, actually. The stun's pretty good. I've gotten some decent support ult kills with timing the stun with my ultimate and hitting them, you know, the whole thing. I don't mind her movement. Obviously, it's just high jump, but it is nice to kind of jump up in the air and try and stun people or spam down from above, you know. But I've just really enjoyed Squirrel Girl, just not enough to say she's my main, because who's going to say they're a Squirrel Girl main? I mean, come on. The moment we've all been waiting for, my DPS main, Star-Lord, who I am going to put... Actually, I'll just leave him here for now at the bottom because I played him the least out of my mains. I got him in the Siri challenge, and oh my god, was it so much fun. I played him again last night, not with a challenge, just choosing him, and I had so much fun. I was destroying, hitting all my shots, had good ultimates. Yeah, Star-Lord's just fun. He's like Tracer from Overwatch, but because it's third person, it's so much easier to track people and use the movement while still having good aim and whatnot. But yeah, I think Star-Lord so far is my DPS main. He's been a lot of fun to play. I mean, every single one of his abilities are really good. I look forward to playing him more, but I'm still going to keep my mind open for other DPSs like Mr. Fantastic and or Namor, or maybe even Psylocke and Hawkeye are going to move up and down. And then for Storm, probably my second favorite DPS that I wouldn't consider one of my mains, honestly. I think I'd still put Hawkeye above her, but I have had a lot of fun as Storm. Had a lot of really good games. I don't really remember ever having a terrible game as her. I love that when people are in your lightning radius, they get struck by lightning. It's extra damage. She is so easy to build ult with. Her ult is really good if it's placed right and used right. Every time I play Storm, I just have a ton of fun. So I definitely say she's a character I like a lot, but not my main. I think I have a little bit more fun on Squirrel Girl for now. But Storm probably could move up to my number 3 DPS. And I think I have more fun on her than Moon Knight. Punisher, I'll put him behind Namor, because a lot of times I'll ult, and if my supports aren't healing me, I'm just immediately targeted. So I've had more fun on Namor than Punisher, but Punisher is like Soldier from Overwatch, and I think Soldier is probably my DPS main in Overwatch. I have really good tracking aim, so that's kind of why I like both of them. And for the Punisher, literally everything's just a gun that shoots a lot, besides a shotgun, which still shoots a decent amount. But obviously just going full auto and spraying is really fun. So Punisher is in the like but not main tier. I don't really think I could say he's my main. I mean, he's just kind of a character that I can play really well, that I have some fun at, but I'm not going to consider him one of my mains. And then the Thing we're going to go ahead and put as my third tank main, I think. I've had a lot of fun as the Thing. I love learning the combos and doing the Yancey Street punch or whatever, haymaker, whatever it's called. I switched my setting to be hold for run so you can quickly combo it. Getting the movement reduction. His ult's all right. I haven't really had crazy ults with the Thing, but every once in a while I'll be able to catch people off guard and get some nice kills off. Or if not, I can easily jump out with the one ability. And yeah, he's kind of like a better Hulk in my opinion. He has very similar abilities, very similar play style, but I think he's better survivability and just that little bit more range, and for some reason I enjoy it. So yeah, the Thing is probably my number 3 tank for now. Captain America probably will be able to edge him out eventually once I play him more. But yeah, I think also the Thing is one of the few characters I've had at least a 4+ kill multi-kill on for tanks. For Thor, I think Thor I'll put him right here. I've had a lot of fun as Thor. I've had a lot of good games. Kind of always known how to do the Thor Force thing to get the hammer currency back, to do the awakened form or whatever it's called. I don't know the names. I've always liked Thor, but he's never really been my favorite, because if you're not in the right cycle of abilities to get your ranged attack back, then you're kind of just stuck there until you do get it back. I really don't like his ult. I feel like I don't ever use it effectively. And if I try to push it and force ineffective play with it, I end up just dying then. But I will put him as a character I like a lot, but not one of my mains. I don't think I want to learn him as much as Captain America, because I have a friend who's a Thor main, so I don't really want to double up with someone else, especially if we play together. He has been a character I've had a lot of fun with every once in a while, not every game. Venom is a weird character. I'll put Venom in the middle of the challenge here, because I haven't gotten him for the series challenge yet. I've gotten a lot of duplicates, so there's some characters I haven't gotten. But I have played Venom a decent bit. I haven't really enjoyed his play style. I don't like how little damage it feels like you do sometimes. But for the sake of a weekly challenge or the series challenge, I probably would like playing him, because he's not a character I'd go out of my way to choose. So it kind of it'd give me the excuse to play him. I know how to make his ult more effective. You right click, get all the people tethered, and then ult, and it does more damage. You know, I can kind of hit slams. I know you can climb walls to slam offensively and swing out defensively. So I do understand his playstyle a little bit, but I've never found myself enjoying him enough to really move him up to a tier of characters that I will pick. Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier I used to think was my DPS main, but I just haven't had a lot of fun with him. So I'm actually going to put him... I'll put him all the way down here. I've had some really bad ults that are just like really demoralizing, but for the most part, he's a solid character. I've had some good games as him. I've hit some decent shots. I've had some pretty good games where I've had decent aim with him. I've gotten good combos. I've diffed a Spider-Man. I've kind of done everything with him because I have played him a lot for a DPS character. But at the same time, when I have a bad game as him, it's a really bad game. I can't say he's as fun as some of these other DPSs that I could choose and just have more fun with. But yeah, I don't really enjoy playing him as much anymore, but he is a character I've still liked a lot more. And Wolverine, I will say Mystery Heroes, because I did play him for the challenge, and I did not have a lot of fun because for some reason he has a really weird hitbox on his abilities. I've just never really liked Wolverine. I kind of understand how to play him sometimes. Sometimes I can really do everything properly and effectively, and then other times I just make mistakes and get caught just kind of stuck there. And yeah, he's never been a character I like to play a lot, although I do have a pretty good clip where I got 5 kills on the team. Less so than Magneto. I'd probably only care if I got him in Mystery Heroes. It'd give me the excuse to kind of learn him more, and other than that, I'd probably never choose to play him. So I really hate his one ability where he jumps. I hate pretty much every ability where he jumps, whether it's his ult or the one ability, because someone can be right in front of me and I don't grab him. Someone could be right where I land and I don't hit him. Same with the ult, and it's so frustrating, and I'm like, why? I don't care. There's so many other more fun DPSs that I could pick, or characters like Scarlet Witch and Iron Fist that are just so easy to play, and I could at least play them every once in a while, where Wolverine, I'd never enjoy it. So I went ahead and kind of tried to see if I could rearrange anything, and I think these are pretty solid. I did change this tier. So yeah, that is my final Marvel Rivals tier list. I hope this is understandable. I hope that what I said makes sense. And again, this is just the characters I like. So if I'm not really explaining why I like a character, or if it sounds like I'm explaining why I like a character as them being good or not, then yeah, basically just look at how they're organized in the tiers and go, go down the line. That's pretty much the order they're in, from my least favorite, or from my most favorite to my least favorite, how that goes. So if you do have any comments or questions, make sure to comment. I will obviously be answering them. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Peace.